We're staying in our using text.dwg file, and in the previous video we aligned our text to either left or right using the justifications of our different types of text on our drawing. I've left the drawing in the same state as it was at the end of the last video, so just double click on the wheel to zoom extents and you can see the whole drawing there like so. What we're going to look at now is framing text in a title block. Now you'll notice if you look at the tabs bottom left, we have a GA Plan Layout tab. Click on that for me and you'll see there that we've got a nice viewport and a nice simple title block available to us. Now it's actually an A1 ISO title block, which is metric using millimeters. But we've got a notes column over here on the right, and we've also got a nice line here that allows us to align our text on our title block. So what I'm going to do is make sure that I'm on the right layer in the Layers panel first of all. So Home tab on the ribbon, Layers panel, click on the little drop down there and you can see that we've got Title Text. Make sure you're on the Title Text layer. Now we need to make sure that we're using the appropriate text style. Staying on the Home tab on the ribbon, if you click on the annotation flyout here, you can see when you click on the flyout there for the styles, we've got various styles available to us. You want to select this one here, Title Layout 10, and that will make sure that that particular text style is used, and also more importantly, your text will be 10 millimeters high on your title block. So make sure that you use the right text style and the right layer for your title text. Now what we're going to do is zoom in on this bottom left corner first of all. So pan and zoom using your mouse like so. We're then going to place some single line text here, basically to say that this is the general arrangement plan of this particular drawing. So we can do that going to the annotation panel on the Home tab on the ribbon, click on the flyout there and select single line text. Now because we've already selected a text style, some of these settings might be preset, but you'll notice it's asking for the middle point of the text. We don't want that. We need to right click and justify. And we want to justify our text to the left because we're on the left-hand end, left-hand corner of our title block. Now it's asking for the start point of the text. Utilize your object snaps and snap to this endpoint here like so. And as soon as you do that, you'll notice it doesn't ask for the height of the text. That's because the height is specified in that text style. But it does ask for the rotation angle, which we'll keep at 0, so just press enter to accept that. There's our little cursor there flashing away, and we're just going to type in there General Arrangement Plan. So General Arrangement, again make sure you spell it right, and then space, dash, space, and then perhaps put Plan in capital letters. Enter once, enter twice, and there's your single line text. Now you'll notice that's aligned nicely along that line, and that line was left there for a reason to make sure that you could place that text neatly. So if you don't need that line anymore, it can actually be deleted like that, and you can see you've framed some nice text there on your title block. Double click on the wheel to zoom extents. Now, you've got your notes column here, and you don't want to actually have your notes touching the lines that form the edges of the notes column. So just pan and zoom again, and just make sure that you can actually see the top of the notes column there. Make sure you're on your title text layer, like so, and we're going to change the text style. So annotation flyout here on the Home tab on the ribbon. Click on the little drop-down menu, and this time you want this one here, Notes Layout 3.5. Click on that to make sure you're using the right text style. Now we're going to place multi-line text, but we're going to place it inside our notes column. Now you could place some lines here, offset from these lines on the title block to get it exact. I'm not going to worry about that too much, but make sure that you switch off Object Snap and Object Snap Tracking. You don't need those. We're going to go to the Annotation panel on the Home tab on the ribbon, click on the flyout and select Multi-Line Text. And then come inside, like so, to about there with the crosshair, click and drag. Now, you might obviously place this exactly by placing some construction lines and some intersections. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to make sure that I don't snap to anything by making sure that my object snap is off. When I click there like that, there's my text editor ready to go. I can now switch the object snap back on if I want to, but what I can do now is just click in the editor and type notes in capitals like that, perhaps with a colon, and then press enter for the next line down. Then I can go to my paragraph panel in my text editor tab and select bullets and numbering. Let's make them numbered. So there's my notes there, or we might say all dimensions in millimeters. Now I've started typing away, and remember, we covered this previously. You need to click in the text editor before it will allow you to type. And then can you see all dimensions in millimeters? Make sure you spell it correctly. So millimeters, like so, full stop. And then you might say, do not scale from this drawing. And you should never scale from any drawing unless you know exactly what the dimensions are on site as well. So there's our notes, and I might highlight the notes there and perhaps make that bold using the formatting panel there in the text editor tab. I'll close the text editor now, and you can see now that we've got a nice notes column all framed there in the title block. If I double click on the wheel to zoom extents, you can see that's now looking like a proper title block, a professional title block on our AutoCAD drawing.